Why should fans of This Is Us, why are they going to love the show?
They're going to love the show because we have similar themes, although we go about it very differently. The theme of family, the theme of community, the theme of diversity. It's a heart-based show. It's not a sentimental show by any stretch, but it is one that has great sentiment.
Our show is very emotional. There's some humor. I mean, it's really a story about everyday struggles. And I think no matter where you are, where you live in this country, or where you come from, you're going to find a story to relate to. There are stories, the real life stories about love and loss and heartbreak and joy. And
I also love the fact that it spans generations. You know, we have, a teenager, we have all the way up to someone in their 80s, and covering all their stories and their love, life, loss, everything, and
Yeah.
how they come together. And I just think, we've said it before, we live in a bit of a fractured society right now, with so many people, and we become very individualistic. So to see a group of people who aren't blood related, as Michaela said, but they've formed a community and a family, trying to raise each other up, trying to help each other, I think that's what is going to resonate with people.
Did either of you ever have living arrangements that were like this?
I used to live in Hell's Kitchen when Hell's Kitchen was really Hell's Kitchen, before it became gentrified. And I lived in a small building, and I had a studio apartment on the fourth floor. And I knew the residents in every single apartment. And at the time, I remember, things like one night I was coming home, there'd be junkies shooting up it was Hell's Kitchens, like for real. And I could go to the corner payphone, remember those? And call one of my neighbors to go, okay, there's somebody that's in the vestibule that I don't feel safe. They would come down from their apartments. They would meet me on the corner and walk me in. One night, one of the guys came down with a gun. Why John had a gun, I don't know. Had no business having a gun, but he came down with a gun to protect me, to get me into the building. We knew that's love. Don't judge, that's love. But I knew every single person. We had barbecues together. We could, if you left the stove on, you could say, go check in my apartment. We had keys to each other's apartments. Oh yeah, I've known this kind of community.
I have that situation right now. I live in Los Angeles, and the neighbors on my street, I rely on them for the little things and the big things. I have two small children, and I live next to an ER doctor. I've called that man so many
Oh, that's
times.
nice.
I know, very convenient. So he's come over at 10 p.m. to, check my kid's ear. Does he have an ear infection? Or I have a neighbor across the street who has dogs, and she's always like giving me dog cookbooks, or it's just a nice sense of community. So I for sure have that in my life.
I've heard different stories too of people living in these apartments. We had a makeup girl during the pilot who said she had a child, and same thing in a Brooklyn apartment. It was like this. If it wasn't for her neighbor helping out, or watching her kid, or having someone that can help, I just think we've lost sight of it a little bit. And I think that I'm hoping that the show does hit that note with people, and pulls on the heartstrings, because I think it's important.